All right, we are going to do something a little different today. You're not going to see me put any weird thing together. We're not going to rip any holes out of the house. I'm actually going to do an unboxing. I ordered a whole bunch of succulents from Mountain Garden Crest, I think is the name of the place I ordered. Yes, Mountain Gardens Crest. I ordered these a few days ago, Monday night? No, couldn't have been Monday night. It must have been Monday night, because I remember I was in bed, not able to sleep, and so I figured, let's go buy houseplants online. One of the other YouTube channels I follow, she actually did another unboxing herself with the same company, and I figured, you know what? I have a bowl that I want to turn into a succulent planter, so I need a whole bunch of succulents. These are actually a pretty good deal, I think. I mean, it was $50 for the box, and there's 25 pieces. I don't recall how much shipping was, but that probably varies by zip code anyway. So that roughly comes out to about like $2 or something a succulent, which if I go to my local nursery, they're like $3, $4, $5, $6, $10 for a 2-inch pot. So I'm gonna open these up. I'll tell you what all they are. So let's start with, please remove packing material with care. And there's a whole bunch of booklets here. 14-day quality guarantee. Store credit plus 10%. Nice. Credit card or PayPal refund or replacement. That's a really good return policy if anything's wrong with these. It has little instruction card in here. Not just about like the care of the plants, which I can go over succulent care. It's really easy and not hard. But like unpacking instructions says to unpack the plants immediately, which technically these arrived yesterday. There's a whole bunch of packing peanuts. I should grab a trash can. I'll be right back. Here we go. And then I'm just going to kind of scoop everything out. So far, so good. The reason I went with this particular one instead of, there's 100 different online stores for plants. I'm sure they all have really good deals. The reason I went with this one is each one, allegedly, is individually marked with its species name. So there isn't too much, oh, I wonder what this could be. I mean, I'm relatively familiar with the main succulent families, like the Echeverias, however you pronounce it, Crassula. So I know what most of them would be classified as, but hopefully this has the actual specific names on them. These are packed in here. Goodness. Alright, so I've got my table back here so you can see all of this. Okay, and this one's not labeled. That's cool. Whatever. Oh, wait, there's a booklet here. I wonder... Oh! Okay. Alright, so they're not individually labeled, but there is a little chart on here that actually says what they are. So I'm going to go, that little Jade ogre's ear can go back in, and we'll start with number 1. And I'll try and put these on the table so I can actually keep track of them. We have the Haworthia mutica. These have really pretty kind of translucent, fat, chunky leaves. I'm a big fan of them. Some people aren't because they kind of look like toes. But no, I take good care of Haworthias, let's put it that way. They always respond well to me, and I don't know why. Oh, this one looks super delicate. Hopefully, this is a Sedum Little Missy. That took a lot to say not to say Lil Missy. That's cute. Variegated. Put that right there just like it came out. Alright, this next one has some really good deep brownish red coloring. This one is an Echeveria Malaco. Just really pretty coloring on that. And then here's the one I got excited about because it's blooming. You can actually see the flower stalks coming up. I'll show that to you there. Hopefully you can actually zoom in a little bit. Well, that one is, oh goodness, I don't know how to pronounce that. It is an Anacampia telephiastrum variegata sunrise. That was a lot of words all together. Now I recognize this one. Its formal name is Crassula rupestris, relative of the Jade. It will spill over. It's really more of a spiller than some of the other succulents we're going to see here. Now this one, oh, gotta get the plastic pot too. This one is Sempervivum brocade, also known as the hens and chicks. These will actually grow kind of weird. They put out, you can see multiple rosettes in there, and they will actually become their own individual plants and set out their own little babies if you let them. Alright, what does this one say it is? An alpenglow is all it says. Sorry, I just wanted to blow some of the dust off there for you. Hopefully you can see that. That's kind of pretty. I like that it's a little bit like a chocolatey brown, not like, oh, I'm almost dead, water me. Ooh, another Haworthia, I think. Let's see here. Haworthia turgida. That one's really pretty. You can definitely see how the leaves are sort of a translucent, light green, sort of clear, almost like they're just, well, they are filled with water. I was going to say, oh, it looks like they're filled with water. Well, it's because they are. Alright, this one is an Echeveria Lolia, I think. Lola. Yes, just Lola. I have really bad luck with these, so we'll see how it does. I love the really pale green, almost bluish color that they have. Here is I already have one of these. It's a Crassula ovata. They're calling it E.T.'s Fingers Variegated. Let me give you a close-up of it there. Those are also called Shrek plants, Ogre's Fingers, alien plant. There's a ton of different names for them. They're a jade plant. They just have, the leaves have curled up into a tunnel, basically. And I believe we have another Echeveria here. This one is called Blue Atoll. This is another one of those really nice, pale, bluish green Echeverias. And this is another Crassula, I think. Crassula ovata tricolor. You can't really see it, and it's probably been out of the sun for a minute, so the pink on the edges is probably not as pronounced, but these have a natural variegation in the leaf with the where you see the white stripes, and then, like a lot of other jades, has sort of a reddish pink edge on the rim of the leaf. Oh, what's this delicate little baby? Oh goodness, this looks like a Sedum Japonicum Tokyo Sun. I'll give you a good look at that one. Really bright yellow-green. Extremely delicate. Almost not even, like you almost don't want to call it a succulent because it's just so delicate. And that's not really why we get succulents. This is a Haworthia. I can already tell that. It's Haworthia concolor. And these are also known as zebra plants. Let me get you a close-up there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. I've had 7. One died on me because I had it in a really bad spot for pretty much any plant. And it actually lived for quite a while. So I'll give it that. Oh, little guy. What are you? Oh, an ice plant. Okay. These are so weird. I don't know why they look like building blocks, like someone's building a Lego set, but with succulent plants. Oh, they went heavy on the Haworthias, goodness. Here's another one. It's got, these are so pretty. I just love their structure. They look like a miniature aloe. I'll show it up in the screen there. Haworthia fasciata, also known as the zebra plant. Oh, I have another one with another bloom stalk coming. This one is an Echeveria peacockii. Another really pretty blue color there. Its scientific name is Echeveria peacockii, and under common name it has Peacock Echeveria. Alright, this one I'm pretty sure I know is a Portulacaria Afra green, or elephant bush. These are really good if you've had a lot of success with jade plants, which I have. Jade plants or the Crassula ovata. We've already unpacked a few of those in here, but these are, they're not the same family. They are different and they have very slightly different care needs. I'll show you that again. These, when they're under extremely intense light, the stems will be this kind of reddish pink color, and the leaves have this variegation of a green and a white, so they're just absolutely brilliant to look at. We have another sempervivum called Sundancer. My mother, when she watches this, is going to just absolutely laugh herself silly, because she has hens and chicks growing wild in her front yard. She can't get rid of them. They just keep coming back and they just spread like wild. So there are the soft succulents and there's hardy succulents depending on your zone. We're in zone 8B, which means it can drop down to anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter at the most. Certain succulents can actually handle those temperatures. Some of the sedums, the larger sedums, the upright sedums, like the Sedum Autumn Joy, that does remarkably well in our area. And then the sempervivums, I mean, the Latin name literally means always living. So they're very hardy, they're very tough. Oh, a lot of these have bloom stalks on them. I am shocked. We have a Sedum Dasyphyllum. Okay. Oh, and this one is actually hardy to -20. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's like zone 5. So you could actually plant these outdoors in like Eastern Oregon. What zone is Minnesota? I don't know. Zone 5, I think. Double check that. -20 degrees. Did I actually give you a close-up shot of that? It's really delicate. It kind of reminds me of a burro's tail, or yeah, any sort of hanging sort of succulent. Let's see here. Oh, we're on to the last row. This is moving right along. I have to say they did a really good packing job here. Oh, we have a Sedum Rubrotinctum aurora, or also known as the pink jelly bean. I'm assuming they call it that because it has tiny little pink dots on the ends of the more mature leaves. This is a Crassula ovata, Hummsel's Sunset. Hummsel's Sunset. Another one of the jade plants. They're calling it a golden jade. We have one almost exactly like it right here. And then I have my fighting jade. That's not its common name. I call it the fighting jade because it's been through spider bites, it's been through overwatering, it's been through underwatering. I dropped it one time and it's still alive. So if you think that you abuse your plants, no. Jade, that's what you need. Oh, let's hear. Ooh, 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 ooh. We are saving the best for last and serving realness here. So this is the Crassula perforata. Common name is the ivory towers. These are, obviously Crassula is another term for the jade plant family. These have such beautiful layering, and when you get these under really, really bright lights, the layers get really compacted together. So when they're growing, they actually kind of look like almost like a pagoda. There are other varieties, I think they're called like red pagoda. I think I have one in another succulent planter I did once upon a time. Now look at that. That's a big one. And this one is an Echeveria Morning Beauty. Lots of Echeverias in here, which I'm fine with. That's perfectly okay. Hopefully you can see. You probably can't see the really pale pink edging at the borders of the leaves, but it's got the really pale body of the leaf, and then the edges are just this really pretty, almost like a neon pink. We have one last one, and this one is a Haworthia Rosendiana. There's actually two little plants in there, so I can break that up and put those in different spots, or leave them together and just have a little, Siamese twin thing going on. So let me see here. That is all of them. I did not see any pests. I'll take a closer look at these when I go to actually plant them. But no, these are going to be really pretty together. I'll have to figure out kind of what is, what all goes well together. I'm thinking the Dasyphyllum. I'm thinking that one I might have to go outside because it goes to negative 20 degrees. Alright, so I'm going to have to hunch over a little bit, it looks like. I just want to be able to show you real quick the container that I'll be using. This is actually a salvaged lampshade and I don't know what. You can see the bottom of it here. It's kind of this old bronze, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what it could have been. But then the glass part of it is actually a salvaged lampshade. Try and bring it up real close. You can actually see there's already a hole in it from where the finial would have been. And that is going to be very helpful and very important to use as a planter, because succulents especially have extremely weak root systems, and if they're exposed to any amount of sitting water for any period of time, they're not going to like it and they're going to suffer for it. I'm going to be using a Spoma cactus mix. It is an organic mix, which I'm not super into organics, like mostly just for foods and such. But this is probably my favorite cactus mix for succulents and cactus and citrus and any plant that needs impeccable drainage. You need a soil that has a good amount of perlite, a good amount of some sort of grit, like sand even, is actually a really good component. And then the natural organic substance like peat moss, compost. Nothing that you really want to have holding on to moisture though. So I got my succulents here, I've got my soil, and I've got my planter. I'm going to reset the camera to zoom in a little bit and we'll get started. Alright, first things first, we open up the soil. Alright. You'll notice I'm not putting any sort of filler, no pebbles, nothing like that. The reason for that is soil acts as a sponge. And if you've ever put a sponge away, even after wringing it out, you'll notice it still has moisture in it. So when you put something like packing peanuts or gravel or pebbles or what have you in the bottom of a container, all that you're doing really is moving that dampness in the sponge closer to the roots of the plant. And that just means that there's going to be more water held by the plants and will lead to an increased chance of root rot. For succulents, you want to have the best drainage imaginable. I cannot emphasize that enough. Alright, what to start with in the middle? We're done with the soil for now, so I'm just going to move it down over here. I'll keep it handy just in case I need to fill any blanks. We have a lot of the rosette shaped. So what I think I want to do, find something that is going to have height and structure. I think I'm actually going to use this jade plant, and I'm just going to tuck it right in here. You'll notice I'm not messing around with the roots at all. Unless there are roots literally coming out the bottom of the container that they're in, do not fuss around with the roots of these plants. They are fragile little things. Alright, what next? I think I want to do the rosettes. So I'm going to start in the back, and we are going to use, just getting that out of the way, I'm going to use this Echeveria here, and we are going to pack it in good and tight. I think I'm going to use this Haworthia. I'm going to put this one just here in this hole I made in the back. Okay, stop messing with them. Alright, so we're making another hole. I'm just rotating the planter as I go. I've got this big leaf here to kind of contend with, so I'm going to choose one of the smaller rosettes. You know, I've got plenty of these kind of light blue Echeverias. I'm just going to put this one in there. Oh, this one's a little wet. Alright. We're just going to tuck that little bad boy in here. Okay, it's in there. So now I'm going to do another Haworthia. You can kind of see I am putting these in real close together. The reason for that is it's an arrangement. You want it to be pretty. That's the whole thing. And this one, again, has a really impressive root structure. I'll try and get that real close for you. Hopefully the camera zooms in. So that is apparently something about Haworthias to bear in mind, is their root structures are just a little bit stronger and more developed than a lot of other succulents are going to be. Okay, what do I put here? I think I'm going to use this really pretty Echeveria with the really pretty pink edges on those blue leaves. Like I said in the first half here, I do not have the best of luck with these, with the Echeverias. I don't know what I do wrong. It's probably not enough sunlight, because I find that's the problem with all succulents, is they are not getting the sunlight that they think they deserve. And you can kind of see them all coming in there. I've got one last spot, and I have one more Haworthia. This has worked out perfectly. Alright, here is the little twofer that I was talking about, I showed you earlier. This one has really cute little reddish brown tips. And what I like about Haworthias is they are strong little things. They can take abuse, they can take, I mean, I'm literally pushing it in here by the tips of the leaves, and it is just fine with that. Okay, so that's the inside and the circle around it. I'm going to see if I can't poke in some of these smaller plants along the edges. So we've got a lot of blues and pinks going on, but let's move and let's get a brown in here. Oh dear, oh dear, dear, dear. Okay. That's a good one for that spot, because half the dirt fell off that thing. I'm going to use this really bright, pink-colored, yellowy plant. Lord have mercy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, you have a home. You're happy now. Be happy. What is a good trailing plant? This extremely delicate. I mean, look at this thing. Just look at that. Like, it almost doesn't even look real. Am I even going to be able to get it out? Oh my goodness. Okay. I kind of want to show you this right now before I drop this thing. You can kind of see that, just really pretty trailing over the sides. And then I have space for a few more in here. Okay. This little guy is going to be a good fit, because it's a small little spot. Okay. I'm going to go for another one of these really delicate guys. You can see there, just really, really delicate. Go into. Okay, it's in. There we go. And then we have one more spot. Oh, good. I do have one more kind of trailing plant. I may have gone overboard with ordering. But it really was a really exceptional deal. So I'm just going to pop that in there. There are still a few bare spots. That's fine. Let me see if I can just kind of show you the finished product there. It actually looks pretty decent. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm going to show you what I use to water succulent arrangements. Okay. So I've got my water, and then I have a turkey baster. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get water into the turkey baster, and then we are going to point it exactly where the plants need water. Now, generally speaking, succulents do not care, or they do not prefer to have their leaves or the tops of their crowns wet as I just sploosh water on top of that jade leaf. That's fine. Jade leaves are resilient. I'm going to go in this way here. And we're going to go in over here. And that's it. You just want to water it enough so that the soil kind of draws all together.
If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. You can also follow us on social media at rainbowguysdiy for even more content. See you next time.